I'm reading this and it looks like he's saying that nothing's happened. I just wish that you could actually tell me instead of a translation.
No, I do not sleep prostitute. This is just rumor.
You know, I find this so interesting. Very, very interesting. So, when Louise is asked Jose, hey, did you sleep with any? You pay for? Well, he says no. Oh, no, sorry. When he's talking to her, he cannot say it in English for some bizarre reason, right? And I say bizarre because in the cutscene, he can then say it in English. I do wonder, like, is there like a big difference to when they do the cutscene compared to when they're in the scene? But either way, though, it's just interesting to me because when she asked the question, all he had to say was no. But instead of saying no, he was just like explaining himself, justifying the situation. But here's the thing, though. Does it really matter whether he did or not? No. Why? Because what matters is his answer. And does it matter whether he's telling the truth or not? No. Why? Well, because Louise is going to believe whatever he says, and she's going to do what? Continue to marry him because she's delusional, she's lost her goddamn mind, and she doesn't see the red flags of how this relationship is just not compatible to the slightest. She's ignored every single member of her family, friends, and that tells you that anything that he says, she's always going to believe and just jump with it. But hey, let's get into it.
Some people have champagne, some people have flowers and confetti, but I've got stationery.
I just want you to process that this is them getting married right now. This is the lovely dress that she's wearing, and the lovely green dress is complemented by his lovely green top. Of course, she's got her hair looking absolutely flawless, which is then complemented by his lovely hair also looking flawless. In fact, even the person who's actually going to marry them, who is currently on the phone because she is hella professional, she's also got green too, so she's also a part of the whole shebang. I've got to say, it is absolutely amazing. Like you said before, other people have got champagne and they've got certain things ready to celebrate their marriage. Meanwhile, these two have stationery and just, yeah. I mean, I've got to say, this whole wedding, definitely worth it. It was definitely worth all the miles that she spent flying all the way over there, all the money that she spent, all the time that she's had to go there and marry this man in such a romantic manner. For someone that had been talking about loving this man for so long, talking about how she'd even give him a kid straight away, all this kind of stuff, I would have thought that at least she would have expected some kind of a princess type wedding. But instead, this is what we're getting. Like, really?
When I first met Jose, I really didn't take it serious. It was a joke to me.
Sadly, you kind of forgot the joke part. You should have really continued taking it as a joke because look at where you are.
But now I'm actually going to get married. What the hell am I doing? Are you nervous? No, you must be a little bit nervous.
Not everything can be explained. That's the best thing that I can say about this whole shenanigan. But hey, let's get into the next part of this wedding.
At the desk, we're about to get married. This is not what I imagined, but I have to be with Jose, and this is what we have to do.
Can somebody please explain to me in good detail why you have to get married, why this is what you have to do? Because as far as I'm concerned, you don't have to do anything, you know, but of course, with Louise, because Jose has already applied for 2, maybe 3 visas to come to the UK and they've all been denied, this is why she had to fly all the way to Colombia to marry him, so therefore she can get him into the UK. Yeah. So this is why you have to marry him, so you can get him to the UK. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's just interesting how she doesn't see the scam behind this. Or it's just interesting that she doesn't see the red flags around this. The fact that she wants to marry a man that she's just physically met, just to get him to the UK, sounds messed up. Now, I could sit here and I could pinpoint and target Jose and say that he's using her to get to the UK, But who's not to say that she's not using him? Because in reality, she may have an idea where she's like, I gotta get him to the UK so I can trap him. You know, if I marry him, and then obviously once he gets here, I can trap him, make sure that he sticks with me, he stays with me, I'll make sure he doesn't leave. Because there are some people in this world that they have these ideas that if they can get someone who is lower than life than them, you know, that they can trap that person. You know what I mean? And marriage is usually one of those first steps. Marriage and kids. She's already getting married to him, and she's already said that she'll have to have a kid with him. So let's be realistic. Some people in this world generally do use that tactic because it still does work to a certain degree, that if you marry someone, you have kids with that person, that you then may actually end up trapping them to your life because you're always going to be connected to them. But of course, if that person doesn't give a 0F, then that person can happily give you a kid, happily get married to you, but he can still end up leaving you anyway. And then you end up being another single mother to another child, and then another divorcee, or whatever you want to call it. So really and truly, if that was the angle that she's looking for, it's not going to plan. You know what I mean? I mean, so it may not go to plan. So we can never forget her side of it, because to be honest with you, the way she's moving is very suspect. I sit and I say to myself, you can't be this delusional. You can't be this bonkers. Then I'm like, you know what though? But you can be this delusional. You can be this bonkers if you've got a plan of your own. And that's what I think. I think that she's got an evil plan of her own. I mean, look at this woman. Does this look like someone that you can trust? Come on, let's just be real right here. Where's all my UK people at? Is this someone that you can trust? Never smiles, always miserable, always dead serious. Thinks she's funny sometimes when she's not. Oh my goodness, calamity. Yeah, she's just someone who just wanted a young stallion who can just, you know, basically keep giving her the pipe until the day she dies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. She's definitely gone through some sort of trauma with her past, with her ex-partners. So now she's like, got to try to trap someone. Don't forget that. That's a possibility. But let's continue.
They're married. We thought it'd be really great that Jose's family come and have a drink and celebrate with us. Colombians no house party, so I'm expecting a big wedding bash. Yo, that looks like a great wedding bash. Look at it. It's packed. Bare people there, bare mandem and galdem in a building. Look at that. The food is all ready. So many drinks flying. Everybody's there dressed to impress. I mean, now you get to see the full drip. The full wedding drip that she's worn. She's coming with these like silver looking shoes, that dress looking it's looking like a dress that she's got at Harry Potter, you know what I mean? Like, it's looking like a dress out of Adam's Family Value, just a tint of a green. Okay, maybe I shouldn't really be mocking the outfit. All right, maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but the matter of fact is, though, I'm just saying, right, generally speaking, a lot of women expect some type of like romantic princess type wedding, especially when you're talking about how you want to marry a man so quick, and also talking about how you want to have a kid with a man so quick. Usually you're also looking for some type of VIP treatment. The fact that she's gone there, she hasn't really made much of an effort herself in terms of obviously what she's going to wear for the wedding, as well as him obviously making no effort whatsoever. And of course, as you can see, everybody else being there is just so casual. To be honest with you, this tells me that this woman probably had an agenda just to get there, marry this man as quick as possible, and get him to the UK as soon as possible for her own agenda, as well as him also marrying her as quick as possible for his own agenda to get to the UK as well. There is nothing about this relationship in any way whatsoever that screams authenticity. I can't even say the blood clot word, but you dig what I'm saying, right? Everything about this is just phony as hell. Both of them are just using each other, and the saddest part about it is what Louise doesn't realize, that when it's all said and done, she's the one who's gonna walk away the most hurt, 100%. Not because she's a female, but generally because she's looking for someone to just love her, to just be with her, and to pretty much give her the pipe. You know what I mean? Every night when she's feeding the bit. Well, you guys let me know what you're thinking, and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.